Okay, so we're taking a pregnancy test today. I told myself I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it. I'll explain why in a second. Let me dip this and get this going here. Make sure the line's starting to go across. Oh, it takes forever to go for the line. There it goes. Okay. So the line is starting to go across. Cover that up so I can't see it. Okay. So I'm kind of back and forth whether I think I might be pregnant. I'm supposed to get my period today, and there's no sign of it coming. And this is why I'm taking a pregnancy test, because normally with my cycles, 4 to 5 days before my period, my boobs will start getting tender and like hurt. I don't have any of that. Like, they're fine, they're not hurting, they're not tender. And that's what happened when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And then I normally spot 2 to 3 days before my period, and that's due today, and I've had no spotting. Again, that's what happened when I found out when I was pregnant with my daughter. It's not really cramps. I guess it's maybe like a pulling sensation, like right in the middle of my lower pelvic area. I don't know, it's not like my normal cramps or anything. So I'm like trying not to get my hopes up, but there's no sign of it coming, and it's supposed to start today, and I always have spotting and boob tenderness days before I even start. So not normal for me to not have any of that. So my daughter is she just woke up, but she's laying in her bed right now while I do this. I'll go get her afterwards, but we still have like another minute yet. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm like, because of that, like, the pulling sensation thing, it's like a mix between a pulling and like a mild cramp. A very mild. So, and that's all, like, I had that with my daughter too when I was pregnant with her. And that's what made me test, like, the day I was supposed to get my period. However, here's the part that makes me question if I'm pregnant. 2 weeks ago, we were in Disney, and we didn't do the baby dance at all in Disney because we were so tired. And that's when my app said I was like my predicted ovulation. However, I'm never right along with app. I'm always a couple days later than that normally when I test with ovulation strips. But that would mean that we did the baby dance when we got back, like right when we got back, which would have put me 2 to 3 days after what an ovulation test would normally tell me that I was ovulating, like I'd get my positive ovulation test. So now that's what makes me believe that, like, I'm probably not, but at the same time, like, I know you can ovulate a few days after you get your positive ovulation test. So I'm like, maybe I'm just like a really late ovulator. I don't know, but because I know I think it's your luteal phase, I think that's how you say it, is not 14 days. It's shorter than that. This would put me, I'm trying to think off the top of my head without looking at my app. I think this would put me like 9 or 10 DPO, and I'm supposed to start my period today if I ovulated later. Okay, we're ready to look at it. I'm so nervous. Okay. I hope it's positive, but I don't think it is. Okay. I don't see anything. All right. Well, I kind of figured because of everything. I also don't have really great lighting here in this bathroom. I'm gonna look by the window. Window has more light. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I do see a very faint line, but I'm not getting my hopes up by that because I've had indents with these before. So I am not going to get my hopes up about that. So I'm going to say that this is negative. I don't know. I guess we'll see if I end up getting my period today or not. Well, I'll keep you guys updated. We'll see.
Hey guys, okay. We are currently right now playing outside and I'm playing around with this camera that my father-in-law gave me from a while ago. Oh, we will then. I have to play around with it. I have to play around with it first and mess around with some settings and stuff, and then we'll take pictures, okay? But I figured I would give you guys a little bit of an update because it's been a couple of days now. The next day I tested, and again I'm still getting those indent lines that I always get, so don't trust it whatsoever. So I'm counting it as a negative. And then I think the day after I did not test, and then the next day I did test, and I took 4 of them that time, and I will show you a picture here, but all of them were negative. I could see indent lines on them, including the clear blue ones, but I don't count them unless they are super duper very obviously positive. I don't count any kind of faint thing as a positive at this point because I know a lot of them are just having indent line issues. Count them all as negative, and then I was 4 days late at this point, and that evening I did start my period. So I was 4 days late for my period, but what happened was I ovulated like later than what I normally do, and I didn't test for ovulation that cycle because we were down at Disney. So even though I thought I was 4 days late, I actually wasn't because I ovulated later. Stay down here. No, thank you. We're not up there. Stay down here. So I'm not pregnant again. I was really bummed because I really thought I was. I didn't have the spotting. I didn't have the cramping. I didn't have the boob tenderness. None of that like I normally do. And I thought I was 4 days late. It was a 32-day cycle. No, wait, 31-day cycle. And I never have that long of cycles. I've never had a cycle in the 30s before, so it was a longer cycle for me, and just really got my hopes up. So, and ended up not being pregnant. I was really crushed and disappointed. I really thought we had a chance. Like, I thought this was our cycle, and it was not. So yeah, I was really crushed. And then to make matters worse, that night that I got my period, Brandon was fishing. We will. And he was out fishing and he caught a fish, and when he was getting the fish had eggs in it. If you don't know, the eggs are not fertilized. They lay them in the water and then they get fertilized while they're in the water. So yeah. And I got so upset that the fish had eggs in it and I wasn't pregnant. Yeah. So that's just a little statement there. Or that gives you a little bit of an idea how crushed I was about it. I'm like so frustrated at this point, but I'm trying not to be. And yeah, so I guess we'll just do the next step, which is more fertility tests now that I got in my period on cycle day 3. I get more blood work done. So, which is tomorrow. Hopefully next cycle will be our cycle. I don't know. But I really hope. Every negative test just is heartbreaking, and it's trying not to like lose hope and give up hope. We're determined, and our time is gonna come for baby number 2, and eventually it's gonna happen, and I have to not beat myself up about it and just keep going forward and keep going. I hope you guys continue to join us on this adventure of ours and this process of going through infertility with baby number 2. I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.